So, good morning, guys. This is Tejaswita Khidke, Jagannath Rathi Vocational Guidance and Training Institute students. I got ranked first, 2015 pass out, and you can see here I am Tejaswita Khidke, MSc MBA and Diploma IDB. Here is my email ID. So, today we are going to start with our next chapter, that is construction. What do you mean by construction? Basically, what is the construction? We have already discussed, right? The syllabus which we are going to cover in the construction, we have already discussed about it. Now we are moving further for introduction of this topic. So first thing first, introduction. You must be knowing all buildings. You are living in the building, working in the building. Everywhere buildings, 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 buildings. There is a huge jungle of buildings out there in your cities, your towns, might be in your villages also. So everything, a structure, everything, every kind of structure you see there is nothing but a building. So what building is actually, how you can define a building? So I have mentioned a definition here. A building can be defined as broadly consisting of walls, floors, erected to provide covered space for different uses such as residence, education, business, manufacturing, storage, hospitalization, entertainment, worship, etc. So, what are the factors affecting selection of material for construction? There are different factors which affects the selection of material for constructing any kind of building. That are characters of occupancy, means what type of building you are going to construct, then the location of site, where it is located, then climate of the, climate of the location, means whether it is India or it's in UK or China or a coastal area or it's in Goa or it's in Maharashtra, or it is Ahmednagar, or it is in Pune. There are, or it is in Mumbai. There are different factors. So depending on that factor, construction of the building is made. Then location, then local material availability. Then if you are building a building in Pune and right, say you need a stone for constructing, and you are getting stone from here also. Let's say you are getting granite in Pune in cheaper rate, and you are getting the same stone from, if you need to import it from another district or another state, then you need to import it, right? And it will cost you more. Then that factor also depends while you are constructing a building and selecting a material for building. The cost factor always matters. Then the funds available, which is the very main thing. If let's say I am staying in a village and I am having very low fund in my pocket, and I want to construct a house. So instead of going for bungalow, I'll choose a small kind of home which only once, means not even two or three story, only a one floor, which not even having a slab over it, terracing over it. I'll only cover the, what you can say, GI or GI means GI means galvanized iron sheets. Basically, what Marathi we say, patrachi ghar, that kind of thing. Because funds, I am having my uh, I'm just giving you an example, basically. So I'm having my land, everything, but I'm not having the money, I'm not having the funds. So what I'll do, then I'll go for cheaper options. So for that, fund is also a factor which affects the selection of material while constructing any building. Then the next, there are different types of buildings now. There are different types of building, as you can see. Depends on the use. What is the purpose of that building? Depends on that. There are different types of buildings. That is that is a residential building, educational building, institutional building, assembly building, business building, mercantile building, then industrial, storage, and hazardous buildings. I'll explain you all of these one by one. Then the first is residential building. So what is the residential building basically? All of us are knowing it. These shall include one or two private dwellings, apartment houses, that is flats, dormitories or hotels where people resides. All these kind of buildings fall under this category. Then the second is educational building. These shall include any building used for school, college, or daycare purposes involving assembly for instruction, education, or recreation. So all these type of buildings fall under the educational category. Then the next is institutional building. So what are institutional buildings basically? These are the buildings, which includes any building or a part thereof, which is used for purposes such as medical or other treatment or care of persons suffering from physical or mental illness or disease, care of infants, then for penal or detention in which the liberty of the inmates is restricted, and also yeah, convalescence of aged person is also covered in this institutional building. So institutional buildings ordinarily provide sleeping accommodation for the occupants. You see, sleeping accommodation for the occupants it provides. It includes hospitals, sanatoria, nursing homes, orphanages, jails, prisons, mental hospitals, and reformatories. So all these type of buildings are fall under this category. Which category? Institutional buildings. Then the next is assembly building. The name itself indicates where people assemble, gather together. Those kind of buildings are nothing but the assembly building. So some of examples are theaters, motion picture houses, assembly halls, auditoria, exhibition halls, museums, skating rinks, extremely sorry about that. Gymnasiums, restaurants, places of worship, dance halls, club rooms, passenger stations, and terminal of airs, surfaces, marine, and public transportation services. All of these things come under the assembly building category. Then the next is business buildings. Next is business buildings. So these shall include any building or a part of building which is used for transaction of business, for keeping of account and record of similar purposes. City halls, town halls, courses, libraries shall be classified in this group insofar as principal function of this is transaction of public business and the keeping of books and records. You should note that the word transaction, I'm repeating it again and again. So where there is a transaction, that type of building will fall under the category of business building. Then the next is mercantile building. These shall include any buildings or part of building which is used as shop, store, market for display and sale of merchandise, either wholesale or retail. In every city, every town, you are having some kind of buildings like market yard. Everywhere you see. So all these type of buildings fall under mercantile building category. Then the next is industrial building. You see, industrial building, these shall include any building or a part of building or structure in which products or material of all kinds and properties are fabricated, assembled, or processed. For example, refineries, gas plants, mills, dairies, industries, etc. All of these examples I have mentioned now, those fall under the category of industrial building. Then the next is storage building. Storage building. What actually it is? The name itself indicates the building, the kind of building where we can store the things, that is nothing but a storage building. These shall include any building or a part of building, primarily for the storage or sheltering of goods, wares, or merchandise like warehouses, cold storages, freight depot, transit sheds, garages, hangars, grain elevators, stables, etc. So everything related to storage falls under the storage building category. Then the next is hazardous building. What is this hazardous building? Let's see. These shall include any building or a part of building which is used for storage, handling, manufacture, or processing of highly combustible, you see, highly combustible explosives or products which are liable to burn with extreme rapidly or which may produce poisonous fumes or explosions. For storage, handling, manufacturing or processing which involves highly corrosive, toxic or noxious alkalis, acids or other liquids or chemicals producing flames, fumes and explosive, etc. So basically hazardous buildings are nothing but the storage of all these combustible, poisonous, vagera, vagera, that kind of material, storage of that kind of material where you can store all the hazardous material basically. So that type kind of building are nothing but the hazardous buildings. So that's all for now. So we have done with the introduction of construction. We will have again, we just revise once. So what are the building? Building is nothing but which a structure consisting of walls, floor, roof erected to provide covered space for different uses such as residence, education, business, manufacturing, storage, hospitalization, entertainment, worship, etc. Worship, yeah, worship. Then what are the factors affecting selection of the materials? These are characters of occupancy, location of site, climate, local material availability, and funds available. And then the types of buildings. There are different types of building. What are they? First is residential building, educational building, institutional building, assembly building, then business building, mercantile building, industrial building, storage building, and hazardous building. So we have done with this chapter. So if you like my video and if you find the purpose behind watching it, please like my video and please do subscribe my channel. Me and my partner are almost about to finish a project of restaurant. So I will be keep posting the videos of that restaurant also, which might give you an idea about the projects or the works we are doing right now. So thank you for watching.